means that Barcelona are now in their 6th straight Copa del Rey final, looking, of course, to make it 5 wins in a row. You look at it, boys, overall, Barca's quality just kind of shone through in the end, didn't it?
Yeah, and Real Madrid shoddy at the back.
Yeah.
I mean, the game was, particularly in the first half, was condensed in the middle of the park. It was very tight in there. But it came down to good movement from Dembele. In fact, great movement from Dembele, particularly for the first goal, where he peeled off the back of the very experienced Carvajal, who's quick, and he got sucked in, played the ball in behind, and then he cut it back, and they get off to a great start. And then it was him that made the run for the second goal in behind again with his pace. He's fit again. We wondered if he'd start. Obviously, he's a big player for them. And he made a big difference. But I thought in the first goal, I thought the Ramos challenge was a disgrace.
Yeah.
Because when he cuts that back, Dembele, to Luis Suarez, it's there to be won. And he kind of dangles a leg. And that allows Suarez to get the shot away. Now, as a leader and a captain and a guy who's won it all, that's a crazy challenge for me. So it comes down to the poor decision-makings at the back and then, you know, being profligate at the other end. You can look at young Vinicius Jr. and say, he should have done this, he should have done that. I'm loath to criticise a young guy.
Yeah, he doesn't hide, does he?
Because, you know, he's learning the game, he's super talented, but he will have to eventually take that to another level in terms of the final third. If you compare and contrast to somebody like Raheem Sterling, and I'm not comparing players, I'm comparing somebody who did struggle in the final third and has greatly taken his game to another level in that area. And I think for every youngster, that's one of the things that they've got to work on the most.
When Vinicius started with Real Madrid, he would operate more out on the wing, where he's effective runner defenders. And you saw that again, but through the middle, his first touch let him down. But still, he's the most exciting player in a Real Madrid shirt by some distance. From a Real Madrid perspective, this was the first leg all over again. Dominate early on, don't score. In fairness, Ter Stegen was outstanding, particularly in the first half. But you allow Barcelona that kind of freedom. You let them off the hook. In both legs, this is what you get. Also, you have Luis Suarez, who his name will be in the headlights this afternoon, given his performances, and especially what you saw from him over recent months. Lionel Messi, an assist for him. We always talk about strikers just need one. Maybe this is Luis Suarez regaining and refinding his form, which is great for Barcelona. But Real Madrid, all in all, only have themselves to blame. In both legs, as I mentioned, Barcelona, again, making the most of their opportunities after being let off the hook.
In the end, Jules, it was almost a perfect evening for Barcelona because we talked before about this dependence on Messi of late. Obviously, as Shaka said, Suarez stepped up. I thought Dembele was excellent. Proper performance away from home.
Yeah, collectively they were very good. Although they were a bit, I think they left the defence a bit exposed in the first half. And as we said, Ter Stegen was outstanding, showing once again why he's the best keeper in the world right now. But you're right, we talked yesterday in the show about how this team was so dependent on Messi, and yet he's not involved in any of the 3 goals for once. And it was probably an average game for his standard tonight, but they showed that they could do without even him being at his best. And although they were a bit lucky at times, they rode their luck a little bit, I think they'd be very happy to pull this one out without Messi in top form.
Jules, it's difficult to put an argument that they're going to win this weekend as well. Remember, it's the Classico in La Liga. Real Madrid once again in the Bernabeu against Barca. Are we anywhere near a situation in where Real Madrid will say, do you know what? We're going to have to get rid of Solari and bring someone else in because this hasn't worked and we're still in the Champions League? Or is that completely off the table at the moment?
No, I think it's off the table at the moment. He will finish the season. There's no point changing now. And I'm not sure there's really someone available now to take over and do a better job than he's doing. He's trying things. We saw that with Marcelo being on the bench again tonight, with Isco not even being in the squad. He's trying things that he thinks is good for the team. I'm not so sure about everything he's doing, but at least he's trying. And we'll see where that takes Real Madrid at the end of the season. Like you said, they're still in the Champions League. The league is over. The cup is over now. They can fully focus on the Champions League, but winning at the weekend and get one back on Barcelona at the weekend will surely bring a lot of positivity before the Champions League ties to come.